What do you want to be when you grow up?
Let me think about that.
Hi everyone, my name is Paris James and I am a yoga instructor. I've been practicing yoga myself for about 3 years and I've been officially teaching for about 2 years now. So this is actually my second year into teaching yoga as an actual profession. So it's actually a really funny story. I started initially as fun because I saw someone doing it on social media and I wanted to do it myself as well. So I actually tried to get into the pose and ended up not being able to do it. And that actually spiked my interest in it. So I decided to teach myself, and little by little I started to post little bits of my yoga practice on my social media accounts. People started liking it and people started asking me, how do you do this? How is it that you're able to teach yourself yoga and practice and get to this level? And I think when they started to ask me that, I said, okay, well, why not teach? So I started off teaching just my family and friends, and eventually one of the gyms contacted me to start teaching. And I was a little bit skeptical at first, so I started doing it as a part-time job. And then when I saw how much it really changed people's lives, like they came into the yoga room and they came into the studio in a different mindset. And by the time I led them through a class, they left feeling completely re-energized and different. And something about that actually made me really happy to want to do this and to want to let people experience how yoga actually makes you feel inside and out. So I kind of got addicted to practicing it myself, and I'm just really happy when I'm able to share that with everyone else and teach you. So if you want to practice yoga, I suggest that you try to develop a passion or a liking for it first as a practice for yourself. So you don't want to go into teaching someone if you actually don't like it yourself. That's the principle behind why I started as well. So I think that you can try some classes online. There are lots of free content out there. You can go on YouTube, you can look up some classes. Try to see if you get a feel for what it means to you, and when you truly understand like what yoga does for you, then you can branch off into trying to teach people as well. So I think first is to set up your own practice, get comfortable with that, decide how it makes you feel, and then just go out, maybe start doing what I did, teaching people close to you. And then there's Zoom options now available for teaching people online. So when you're ready to take that step, and when you think you're comfortable enough and you have a deeper understanding of this practice and you're able to share it, then I think just go for it. For me personally, I went to secondary school, I did CXC in Cape, I got a scholarship and I went to university and I studied Biochemistry and Neuroscience, but at the end of the day, I didn't actually need any of those things to be a yoga instructor, but the background in biology and in sciences and anatomy specifically actually helped me develop my yoga practice some more. So I would say make sure that you have your CXC subjects in basic communication and in biology or anatomy, and you'll be good to go. You just have to complete the yoga training, which I will talk about in the next question. This is what you need to be a yoga instructor. So you actually have to get certified by the International Yoga Alliance, and you have to get something called your YTT, and this is your yoga teacher training. And they offer 200 hours, which is 200 hours of both practical and theoretical knowledge. And they actually offer a 300 hour as well. And you can do it in one complete course, and then it would be a 500 hour. So at the end of the day, to actually be a really experienced practitioner and teacher, it takes, I think, about 500 hours, which you can sometimes complete on your own time in self-practice or self-study. So when you complete these teacher trainings, then you submit an application to register for the Yoga Alliance, and you're able to be officially certified or qualified to do this. There are also a lot of different courses that the Yoga Alliance offers for students who want to further their practice, to become teachers and to specialize in different fields. So you can do things like acro yoga, yin yoga, you can do prenatal and postnatal pregnancy yoga. So when you complete your 200 and 300 teacher trainings, you can then go on to specialize in actual specific aspects of yoga. So it depends on what you want to do. In the yoga world, there are two things I think that you can do from the business aspect, and one is to be a studio owner. If you have a little area for yourself, you can build your own studio and have your own clients or your own students coming in. You can teach different styles of yoga. So that's what I did in the beginning of this year, I created a small little space. So this is my little yoga studio. And that is one of the business aspects, to have a studio or maybe manage a studio and be able to get your own clients coming in that way. And the second way, which is something that I explored as well, is to actually start selling your own yoga products. So I actually have mats, blocks, props, wheels, everything you need for your yoga practice. I eventually branched off into that aspect of the business as well. So if you're looking to do it, you can be a yoga teacher yourself, you could be a studio owner, you could sell yoga stuff if you want, and you can also be a teacher online. So with the growing amount of things that are going online right now, you can actually have a virtual studio, which I actually dabbled in a little bit as well. So right now I have a virtual online studio since my in-person studio is not able to operate right now. So build your clientele, get familiar with your practice, start teaching people, spread the word, and then you can start your own virtual space or create your own yoga products if you want. In this day and age, social media is crucial to your business. A lot of businesses are going online right now because a lot of people are realizing just how important that is for your business or for your brand. So if you do want to have like a yoga brand or yoga business, I think that marketing online is really important, because you can not only get clients from right within Trinidad, but you could actually get clients from all over the region or internationally as well. So I would say define your brand, define who you are, what kind of yoga you want to do, have your own style, whatever it is, put a twist on it and make it very unique to you. Then just create a profile. It doesn't take long at all. You can literally just log on to Instagram, create a profile for your account, and then just start posting. Like, don't even think about it. Post what you like, post what you're doing, share what you want to teach, and slowly people will start getting interested in what you're posting. You'll find your own group of people who like it, and from there you can branch off and do a lot of things on your Instagram. So I have like free Zoom classes, I have live videos, I have tutorials. I share a lot of stuff on there. So my advice to you is just to get started. Don't have any expectations. Just build it, grow it from a place of, you doing what you love and you sharing it. And slowly but surely you will find your group of people who, who like it, who like what you do and who want to do it as well. Pros and cons of being a yoga instructor. So I think the pros, or what I really love about it, is that you can move on your own beats. I love working for myself. I love being able to just drop everything and just, teach classes and do what I love. So I think that's the big thing for me, is the freedom to be able to do what you love. I can schedule my classes around my own schedule. So I have like classes in the morning and I have classes in the evening. I have 1 or 2 private classes or one-on-one sessions throughout the day. But in those free times that I have, I can do other things. I can find other hobbies. I can work other little part-time jobs. So I think a big pro is that it's something that you can do, but you don't have to do it from like 8 to 5. It can be on your own time. And I love the fact that there's not a lot of stuff that you need for it. Once you're trained and once you're certified, you can go anywhere and you can teach. So one of my dreams is to travel and to be able to teach from different locations in the world. So I love that. And when the situation clears up, that is something that I really hope to do. So I think freedom is a big pro for it. And it's also really fun. Like, you get to make a difference in people's lives. Like, a lot of people have told me after class that they love when they come to my class and they get that ambience of being really relaxed and they get to release any tension that they're holding in their bodies. And it's a form of healing. It's really a form of healing for people, heal themselves inside and out. You got to help people work on their bodies, work on their images of themselves, work on finding their strength. So I think the pro is definitely freedom and the fact that you're helping people and you're making a difference. If I had to think about any cons, it would be that sometimes it gets tiring, because I really want to practice for myself, but then I teach like maybe 3 to 5 classes a day, and by the end of it, my body feels exhausted. But I think when you get used to it and you balance it and you take that time to recharge and rejuvenate yourself, it's going to be better. So it's all about finding that balance. So I think cons would just be, sometimes it's time consuming for your body, like body wise, because you're putting it out there. Your body or your physical practice is actually what you're marketing as a yoga instructor. So I think that is just one thing that comes up sometimes, just being a little bit tired. Another con is that a lot of people see yoga as a really spiritual practice, which is involved as well in what we actually do. So yoga is physical, spiritual, and it's just a combination of everything else. So sometimes I think that going into the business aspect of it, I kind of lose some of that a little bit. So it's really just about finding that in between where you're still able to offer this as a means of helping people and healing people and still finding a way to incorporate that into the business aspects of your life. But I think that the pros definitely outweigh the cons. So if you are thinking about doing it, my advice is, yeah, definitely. So thank you so much for having me here on this virtual career fair, and I hope to see you and teach some of you one day soon. Bye.